Y'all, Bridget Bartlett here. Today I'm going to show you how to find local business clients for your HighLevel agency. So you can see here, this is a chart on the HighLevel website. First of all, before I get into this, if you are not a HighLevel member or you're already a HighLevel member and you want to join our team by upgrading to SaaS, you can go to My Vision Agency or bridgetbartlett.com to create a free trial or to upgrade. So you'll see here that these are all of the options that we have available in HighLevel. And the reason that I'm showing you this is because the very last thing that you want to do is start calling local business clients and say, yes, we have a CRM and a pipeline management system and unlimited sales funnels and a website builder and surveys and forms, because that sounds like the Charlie Brown teacher. If you guys remember Charlie Brown, that sounds like the Charlie Brown teacher going, wah, 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 wah. And they do not understand any of that. That is not a solution to their problem. And it's our job as agency owners to show them the solution to a problem that they already have. Okay, so we want to kind of be mind readers. And if you're choosing a niche or you're working with local business clients, you should definitely know your client, right? What are their pain points? And how can you use your HighLevel agency to solve their problem? Okay. So while all of this is true, we do have all of this functionality. We need to decide, how do we want to use these tools in our arsenal to solve those problems? Okay. Now, first, you need the offer, right? So you need to figure out, what is it that you are going to provide as a solution. Now, I have pulled up some examples here, okay, because the missed call text back feature is super easy and fast to get up and running. And this is a great article here by Emitter, I think that's how you pronounce it. But you can see here, nearly 62% of small businesses, their phone calls are left unanswered. 62%. If you tell a local business owner, did you realize that you are missing out on 62% of potential business just because you're not answering your phone? We have a great solution, right? So we have identified the problem, and now we have identified the solution and positioned our tools as the solution, right? So you tell them that, instantly their ears are I can't talk now. Perking up, I guess is the word. So that's a great example there. Okay. Now, also, another great way of, pushing, not really pushing, but showing the value of that missed call text back is the fact that 84% of business owners get robocalls every day. Okay. Now, for small business owners, especially service-based businesses like plumbers, HVAC guys, they're usually a one-man show, okay? So every time they're in a customer's house, or a lawn care guys, we have a local business, which is a lawn care business. And, if they're out in the field doing the work, they have to stop what they're doing, answer the phone, and then hopefully they have a pen and paper, which they never do, to write down the info. And it's probably not going to be great customer service for the customer they're helping, or the customer who's calling. So they're kind of failing at all ends, and they're probably really frustrated every time they see it's a robocall. Okay. So those are two main problems that local businesses, especially service-based businesses, that they have, that can be solved with the simple text back feature. Okay. So every time they have a missed call, they will receive a text. Okay. Now, another thing about the tools within HighLevel, you may be surprised to find out that 69% of customers are more likely to book with a company that has an online booking system. So we have calendars and automations and all of that inside of HighLevel. So if you go to a customer's website and they book appointments, like hair salons especially, and you just tell them, hey, did you know that since you don't have a booking system, that you're actually losing 69% of all of your customers. So if they are running ads and you tell them, did you realize you're spending all of this money in ads and you're actually losing 69% of the customers because you don't have an online booking system. Okay. So those are powerful statistics. And if you tell those to local business owners, they're going to be shocked into action. Okay. Because I know that if you told me I was doing something that was costing me 69% of my business, I would definitely be wanting to address that right away. Okay. So if you do decide that you want to do something like the missed call text back, I get this question a lot. How do you set it up? What does that even look like as an offer, right? Because you need an offer before you go prospecting, because how do you know who's the right customer for your solution if you don't even know what your solution is, right? So this is a company, I just Googled missed call text back, and this is a company that came up. But you'll see here that what they do is their call to action is to get a demo, okay? Now, I don't really like that demo option, but it is great if you have a high ticket item that you are trying to sell, because a lot of times people will get scared off by the price. But you can see here that they are using a Amazon gift card to help encourage people to book. Okay, so this is kind of to the business owner, this would be like a no-brainer type of offer. So it's like, well, I need the missed call text back option. That's why I was looking for this service. And now I see I could get a $50 Amazon gift card. So even if it's not a great solution or it's too expensive, at least I've gotten a gift card. So, it used my time. So these are how we think as customers. And you guys know this. Last time you were shopping around for something, you probably had the same thought process, right? Now, if we look at our plans here, you'll see how it's broken down. Okay. So this is the other question I get a lot. How do I, formulate that? Like, what goes into that offer? And again, looking at the competition, or, trying to get some ideas of how to position this, using their websites is a great opportunity, because you can see what's already working for them, right? So you can see appointment reminders are included in their elite pricing, schedule confirmations, two-way text messaging. And really, with the missed call text back, you don't even have to give the client access to the CRM. You can actually just have them download the app. Okay, so it even gets easier, and then they can make calls and send text messages and reply from their phones without ever having to access a computer. Okay, so that's really great. Another option here, this is another missed call text back option, and you can see here their standard plan. You can see it's $30 monthly. And just to let you know, with HighLevel, you can have a really low cost here, and then just tell them, whatever your cost per text is, because we have on the SaaS plan, we have the ability to mark up the text. So we are really earning in multiple ways. You could have a monthly subscription, or you could have something like a monthly subscription and then pay as you go, or maybe you want to give complimentary credits, and that can all be sorted out in the SaaS configurator to make it really simple. Okay. Now you also can do reputation management. Okay. So if you're looking on Google and you see that they have no reviews, or maybe they have some reviews, but they have a few bad reviews that are really driving down their average, you can check out, this is just another example of review management. Okay. How do you position review management? Now I would go here and see if I could find some pricing. A lot of times they don't have the prices. That's a really cool way, actually, of having your prices behind like an opt-in page. So you could do that as well. You could just create something like this where they have to opt in to see all the prices. So that could actually be created just by creating a simple page with this look here, or this image, and then having the form on the left-hand side. That's actually a really good idea. I like how they did that. You have the other option here, Review Grower. So you can kind of see how they have created or positioned the review management automation with Zapier and so on. They have a blog here. And then also you can go to pricing and then kind of see what their pricing is and how they've structured all of their plans. Okay. So one of the ways, and let me go to Google first. Okay. So one of the easiest ways to show how to find local business clients, it's so, so simple. All you have to do is literally search like plumbers near me. Okay. Now, when I search plumbers near me, of course, if I'm doing this with the client or something, I would use incognito window. Sometimes I have even just recorded myself searching for their business because it's best to start local around you. That just helps you get your foot in the door, literally, because you're local. But what I can see right now are these businesses here that are actually being, you can see they're sponsored right here. But if you click here, you can see this business and you can see their profile here. If I was doing review management, this is something that I would focus on. I would not contact this business because they have 4.8 review average and then they have over 1,300 reviews. So they clearly are doing something to drive the reviews. So they probably have a company that's helping them with this, okay? Because most local business owners do not work that hard to drive traffic to reviews. But you can see down here, if I scroll down, there are plenty of plumbers. Oh, that's a good one. Good job, Benjamin Franklin. But as you can see, if we scroll through here, you can easily find some businesses that have like 0 reviews. Like here's one that has 27 reviews and it's a 4.2. So this would actually be a great client to contact for Google reviews. Now I can see here, I don't even see a website. So that is definitely a big deal. If I click through here, you can see that I think it's just the one negative review, but that is really driving down their whole average. But they are running ads, it looks like. So that's a pretty big deal. You could definitely contact them and say, do you realize that, you're running paid ads, but you don't have a website and your reviews are, I wouldn't say horrible, but they're definitely, compared to the competition, not very good. Okay, so I could scroll through here. I could find all of let's look at this one here. So here's a plumber. They have great 5-star reviews and they have 55 of them. So that's pretty good. Let me find one that actually has a website here. So let's go back. Let's look at, um, let's see here. Williams Comfort Air. Okay, so now we have a website here. The first thing I always like to see is a call to action right up front. I think their website's kind of messy, but they do have the call here and you can actually click the button to call. So that's good. They also have a chat widget and it actually looks like HighLevel. So that's pretty cool. So this is something that I look for as well because businesses who cannot contact you with questions, they're likely to skip on to the next business that has the best reviews. Okay. So they can call, they can contact with a chat widget. So those are all really good. I would maybe wow, this website is really, there's way too much text. I'm not a fan of the website, but if I was a website designer, I would maybe send them a video or an example of another website that I would do that is better than this. But I do love how they have their calls to action and an ability to contact. Okay. So you can definitely go through Google and find customers like that. However, you can also use HighLevel, and you'll see here in the prospecting tab inside your agency account that you can actually search for prospects. So if I click here, first I could manually add them. If I found one on Google and I wanted to run a report that I'm getting ready to show you here, I could input their information and then save them as a prospect. So if I search for, again, plumbers near me, now I can see, I live in New Whiteland here, so I can see all of the plumbers around me, and it kind of streamlines the process for me, right? So I can see how many reviews they have, what their average score is. As soon as it loads, I'll be able to tell if they have a WordPress website. So I could scroll through here and easierly is what I was getting ready to say. And it's easier to see in a list like this what I'm searching for, okay? Now I would just scroll through here till I find a great business that I want to contact. Now let's just say this one here, okay? And I can actually see their business name, phone number, their address, and all of that. If I had a point of contact at this business, like maybe I called them, I could add notes here and then save this prospect, okay? Now, once I've done that, this is what's really, really cool. I could simply click on here, and after I've generated a report, okay, so you save the prospect and then you generate the report, you can see here that I have the account information. I can add the general info that it pulled in from the Google account, and then any of the social media as well. I could also add notes here. So once you've generated the report, you can click here and you'll see that, and this is free, you guys, and I'm going to show you in just a second. Well, actually, I'll just show you now. Vendasta, I used to actually work with them, and I don't know if they still do or not, but they had this option where you could do exactly what HighLevel's doing with the prospect report. But they would charge $2 every report that is ran. HighLevel does not charge you anything, okay? But this is a great lead magnet because you can see if you created a website and said, sign up for a demo to receive your free business audit, then they would show up to the demo and then you can go through this report with them. Okay. Business owners do not like to see that they're failing at anything with their marketing, but a lot of times they just don't know what they're failing at and how to fix it. Okay. Now, I love that the HighLevel report tells us here if their phone number is enabled for text back. Okay. If it says no, immediately we know that now this business here is one that I would contact, or not this business because their number is enabled for text. But if it said no, I would definitely want to contact that business if I had a missed call text back offer that I was offering. Okay. Also, it says WordPress, no WordPress website. I don't know how important that is, but WordPress is something that we have available inside of HighLevel. If that's something that you focus on, then you could definitely use that as your, kind of foot in the door. Also, the listings. We do have inside of HighLevel Yext. You can be a reseller for Yext. So this business would be a great business to offer Yext if that was my offer, because you can see there's large discrepancies in their listing. So 79% is inaccurate. Again, if you tell a business owner that's going to freak them out, because if 79% of all of their listings are inaccurate, how are their customers contacting them? Okay. It also looks incredibly unprofessional and kind of sketchy if you're trying to contact a business and their phone number is not active or their website is like incorrect or whatever. If you're trying to, actually visit the business and their website's incorrect, all of those things are really bad things. Okay. Also, the review summary, that's actually really good, but 16 total reviews is not a lot for a business. We also have the online reputation. So again, if I was had reputation management as my offer, and don't think that you need to pigeonhole yourself by only having one offer. Technically, you could create offers based on all of these individual things. I just want to encourage you to choose one. Okay. At least choose one in the beginning and then become a master at that and then move on. Okay. Just one. You don't want to say, look at all these tools that we have. Look at all the things that we can do. Just choose one, focus on that, and then you can always upgrade these customers or clients as they build the trust with you. Okay. And you can also see examples of the reviews here. Now, here you see the online listings. Okay, so this is Google Places. It says listing found, but you can also see if there are any discrepancies here. Okay, now you can see on Yelp, there is no listing. MapQuest, no listing. They have on Chamber of Commerce, which is a great place to find local businesses as well. Their listing is found, but then you can see there's no match on all of these others. Now, you could sign up for Yext, sign this customer up for Yext, and then it would take care of these listings. And like I said, you can be a reseller for that as well. You just click on reselling. and get signed up with all of that. Okay. So if I am wanting to send this report to this customer, I could do this with cold emails. I could, but I would really encourage you to make contact with the customer first in some way, maybe calling them, or maybe they responded to an email and, requesting the audit, or maybe they booked a demo and you wanted to go through this audit with them. But to share this with them, all you need to do is click there to share, and then you get this link here that is not branded to HighLevel. Okay, so it's branded to analyzezemi.business. You can copy the link here and then put it in an email, and you can also click here to open it up. So right at the top, it says Marketing Audit Report. So this is amazing positioning, okay? Because this is very professional. If you're a local business and you get this email that says, did you know that 79% of your emails are inaccurate? Did you know that your listings for Yelp and all of these things are not found? Okay, so whatever you're trying to address with them, or did you know that you are missing 69% of your business because of this, right? So these are like the type of emails that you want to send with this link. Okay, so you have the button here where they can email or call you. You have your business name, so this is all branded to you, which makes you appear definitely more professional. And then you have just this audit that tells them everything that they need to know about their business. Okay, so the chances of them wanting to contact you after they've reviewed this are really good, and all they need to do is just click here to do that. Okay, so now let's talk about how you set up the missed call text back. Okay, this is actually really, really simple. When you have a client, let me go back here just to show you quickly. When you have a client who says, yes, I want to sign up, okay, all you have to do is click here to convert them to a sub account, okay? So when you're on the 297 plan or above, you have unlimited sub accounts, so you just want to convert them to a sub account. You do not have to give them access or anything, but we need to have their business have their own location, okay? So once they have their own location, what you're going to do is, now keep in mind, they've already paid you, right? So whatever your plan that you've made for them, they've already paid you. They have a payment system, or some type of payment method on file. Okay, so you want to go inside their sub account, and you want to go to the phone numbers tab, and you just want to click here to add a new phone number. Okay, so you'll type in their area code and click search, and then you can find any available numbers here. Okay, so your cost may be different, however you've set up your SaaS account. But in this account here, it's $1.15 a month. Okay, so now it's costing me, the agency owner, $1.15 a month. So of course I want to make sure to, I'm charging the customer whatever. So this is just part of it. Okay, so to select a phone number, all I need to do is choose the one that I want and then click save. All right, now you can see here that I could forward that number to the phone, whatever phone that I wanted to, maybe the business owner's cell phone number, but that kind of defeats the purpose, right? We want to make this number the one that we put everywhere so that everyone calls this number, and then we decide what to do with it, right? We could forward it inside of an automation, or we could simply set up the missed call text back. So if I choose business info here, and then I scroll down, you'll see that this is enabled, and then I can choose what to say here, okay? So this just needs to be on, and then you can type out your message here, okay? If you wanted to test it, you could just send it to a mobile number. Now, that's technically all that you need to do. However, you could easily build out automations based on that as well, because a lot of times you want them, if they don't have the app, maybe you want to send them an email to say, hey, you have a missed call or something like that, so that they know to check the app, okay? So for whatever reason, all you need to do is click create new workflow, click here, and then you can choose customer replied, and then you can choose here, we'll choose the reply channel, and then call. Okay, so now if a customer calls, It's already, we don't need to do a missed call text back here because we've already set up in the company profile to send a missed call text back. But maybe what we want to do is click here and then send the business owner a notification. So we can do that. Now they would have to be a user on the account to be able to do this, or so let me show you two ways. Okay. So we have the internal notification. If they're a user on the account, we would want to just choose text message or email, however we want to notify them, probably text. And then we could choose a custom, we could choose the email, okay, or we could choose a custom number. So if they don't have access to the account, we could choose a custom number, whatever their number is that they want us to send the text to. Or if they are a user, we could choose all users, assigned user, let's just say custom number, okay? And then we could just type in manually the number here. If we have some cool templates that we want to use, we could select that there, or we could just type in the info here. So we could say, hey, let's just say user first name, okay? If they are a user on the account, you have a missed call from, and then we could choose contact, first name. Here is the number to call back. And then we could choose contact phone. And then we could also choose message and then forward the message to them as well. So we could go contact and message body. Okay. So what this is going to do is anytime there is a text, it's going to send this custom number that the business owner has given us. And then it's going to send this information. And then it's also going to send the message text that was in that we received. Okay. So we would just do save action. All right. So if they're a user, you want to just select the user. If they are not, then you can choose custom number and then send it to wherever you want to. Of course, you could always do an email as well. It is definitely easier if they want to just download the app, then they can make calls, receive, and send text messages, but they never actually have to have access to the CRM unless that is how you set it up to give them access, okay? So thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us for today's training. If you have any questions, you can join us for open office hours starting right now at bridgetbartlett.com. It's free and open to everyone.